You've got $100 sitting somewhere right now. Maybe it's in your checking account, doing nothing. Maybe it's the amount you'd normally spend on a dinner out, or a streaming service you barely use, or that thing you almost bought last week and then talked yourself out of. $100. Not a life-changing amount, not the kind of number that makes you feel like a serious investor, just $100 sitting there, waiting to be something or nothing, depending on what you decide to do with it today. And here's what gets me. I'm Threk, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, the mathematics of time, and why the smallest financial decisions feel trivial in the moment and enormous in hindsight. What gets me is that most people dramatically underestimate what a single, simple $100 investment can actually become over 30 years. Not because the math is hidden or complicated, but because human brains are genuinely not built to feel exponential growth. We understand it when someone explains it, we nod along, and then we go spend the $100 on something that won't matter by Tuesday. So by the end of this, I want that $100 to feel different to you. Not bigger, not more than it is, but different. Because understanding what time actually does to money changes the way you make small decisions. And small decisions made consistently over decades are basically the entire game. Let's start with the most important number in this whole conversation, 8%. That's roughly the historical average annual return of a broadly diversified stock market index fund, adjusted loosely for real-world conditions. It's not a guarantee, it's not a promise. Some years it's up 20, some years it's down 15, but over long time horizons, and 30 years is absolutely a long time horizon, broadly diversified market investing has historically averaged somewhere in that range. So let's use it as our baseline and see what happens to $100. You invest $100 today in a low-cost index fund. You leave it completely alone, no withdrawals, no second guessing, no panic selling the 1 year it drops, just $100 invested once, left to compound for 30 years at an average of 8% annually. At the end of those 30 years, that $100 becomes approximately $1,000 and $6, roughly 10 times your original investment, from doing nothing except not touching it. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. $1,000 from $100 is interesting, but it's not going to change anyone's life. And you're right, one investment of $100 won't. But that's not the point of this story. The point is what that number reveals about the mechanism. Because here's where it gets genuinely interesting. What if instead of investing $100 once, you invested $100 every single month for 30 years? At the same 8% annual return, that monthly habit, $100, 30 years, 8%, grows to approximately $149,000. You personally contributed $36,000 over those 30 years. The other $113,000 came from compounding. 3 times what you actually put in was generated purely by time and returns working together. That's not a savings account. That's not a side hustle. That's $100 a month and patience. And I want to sit with that for a second because I think people move past this too quickly. $36,000 of your own money becoming $149,000 is not a small thing. That's a retirement supplement. That's a financial safety net. That's options. That's the ability to retire a few years earlier than you planned, or to take a career risk you couldn't otherwise afford, or to help a child with a down payment, or to just breathe. Financially breathe in a way that most people never quite manage. All of it traceable back to $100 a month. Not $500, not $1,000, $100. Now, let's add one more layer, because this is the part that honestly keeps me up at night a little. What if you started that same $100 a month habit at age 25 instead of age 35? Same amount, same investment, same returns, just 10 years earlier. At age 65, you'd have approximately $350,000 instead of $149,000. By starting 10 years earlier, not investing more, not finding better returns, just starting earlier, you end up with $200,000 more. $200 extra thousand dollars from the same monthly habit just moved 10 years forward in time. That $200,000 is the cost of a decade of waiting, and it's invisible. You never see it leave, you never feel it go, but it's gone. And understanding that is, in my opinion, one of the most clarifying pieces of information anyone can have about personal finance. The third thing I want to talk about is the psychology of the small amount, because it's a real obstacle, and I don't want to pretend it isn't. $100 feels small. It feels almost embarrassing to talk about as a serious investment. We live in a world of financial content that talks about six-figure portfolios and million-dollar milestones and retire by 40 strategies. And in that context, $100 sounds like something you'd leave on a cafe table as a tip. It doesn't feel like it belongs in the same conversation as wealth building. But that feeling, that dismissal, is exactly what keeps the gap between people who build wealth slowly and people who don't. The people who build real wealth over time are not usually the people who made one dramatic financial decision. They're the people who refuse to let small amounts feel meaningless. They're the ones who understood that every $100 is not $100. It's whatever that $100 becomes over the time horizon in front of them. $100 at 25 is not $100. It's roughly $1,000 at 55 if it sits in a diversified index fund and you leave it alone. That's the real price tag on the decision, not 100, 1,000. And once you start seeing small financial decisions through that lens, through the lens of what they become rather than what they are, the math changes everything. The fourth thing is simplicity. And I say this because I think a lot of people overcomplicate the entry point into investing in a way that becomes a reason never to start. You don't need a financial advisor to invest $100 a month. You don't need a brokerage account that requires a minimum balance in the thousands. You need a low-cost index fund, something that tracks the overall market, charges minimal fees, and doesn't require you to pick individual stocks or time the market. That's it. Automate $100 a month into that account. Set it to transfer on payday so you never have the $100 to miss, and then genuinely leave it alone. The boring version of investing is also the historically effective version of investing. Not the most exciting version, not the version that makes for great conversation at dinner, just the version that quietly and consistently turns small amounts into significant wealth over time. So what does all of this mean for the $100 you have right now? It means that investing it today, not next month, not when you have more, not when the market feels safer, is the beginning of a habit worth far more than the amount it starts with. It means that the difference between wealth and the permanent feeling of almost having it is very often not income or luck or timing. It's the willingness to treat small amounts seriously. You don't need to invest a fortune to start building one. You need $100, a low-cost index fund, and 30 years of patience. Two of those three things you probably already have. The third one starts the moment you stop waiting for it to feel more significant than it does right now. Start today, because 30 years from now, the version of you that started today will look back at that $100 and understand exactly what it was worth.